Hey, everybody, Tom and KJ with you. All right, Keith, let's talk about something that nobody's talking about in this fashion anyway this week. Offensive line.
Offensive line. We talk all about football begins at the line of scrimmage. You've got to win the line of scrimmage offensively or defensively. Well, I'm going to suggest to our listeners or our viewers something that maybe hasn't been thought about. By getting Minshew and getting the big freshman left tackle, Williams, getting them into the game and getting them some reps, getting Baselli some reps, you're strengthening that offensive line both in terms of numbers, so you're not asking kids to play 70 or 80 plays, and you're getting some new faces in there. Minshew is the most experienced of that group. Well, he can be whispering and calling things out to Williams, the true freshman at left tackle.
Not Williams, Washington.
Washington, thank you.
Yeah.
And as a result, that entire group can get better. Well, if the offensive line is where it starts, and you've got some new bodies in there, and you can play fresher players, and they're getting progressively better, my argument is that's a good first step foundationally of getting this Briles offense back untracked. We saw what Cam can do, rush for over 150, nearly 200 yards when you combine the receptions. If that is something that they're focused on, and if they are achieving some improvement there, won't that help this offense get better as you get into the latter part, the last half of the season?
Yeah, having Minshew back is a bonus because I think most wrote him off for the season, and when we saw him and he wasn't practicing in the fall, we thought he was done, and here he's back. That's big, and he's bigger than the other guys out there. And I think you find another freshman. That's now two freshmen, and I don't know if Darius is going to start this week, but two freshmen that are going to be key going forward, and one a guard and one at left tackle. And as you saw, if you read the article on the Osceola this week, you can make the argument that for all the time we're talking about quarterbacks, really what Florida State needs to be worried about is running the football more and better with Cam Akers.
Correct.
And perhaps this gives you. It's not gonna. We're not saying it's the best offensive line in the country now.
No.
But it's better as parts have returned.
Exactly, and the more parts that return, again, repeating myself, then instead of the kids playing 60 or 70 plays, they're playing 50 plays. Well, that makes a huge difference when you get into the third and fourth quarter from a stamina standpoint and a freshness standpoint. We know what Cam can do. We know what Laybourne is beginning to do. Maybe that running game starts taking a little of the pressure off, opens up the passing game, but it all starts with that offensive line, and those new bodies in there, I think, is a big plus.
I will say as we wrap up that Syracuse is good at both defensive end positions. So if you're going to play the freshman at left tackle,
Get him some help.
Yeah, get him some help because that will be a challenge regardless of who's out there for Florida State this weekend. All right, he's Keith. I'm Tom. You can tune into us Wednesdays at 6 on 97.9 in Tallahassee or follow us right here on theosceola.com.